Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and this is going to be a special anniversary battle report. Totally improvised, if you couldn't tell. I don't even know how to really introduce this thing. Yeah, anyway. I got the idea for this battle report from a StarCraft battle report. What's the name of the map?
Oh, what is that called?
I don't know. Basically, what I saw, it was from Day 9 in Husky, StarCraft, and they were doing basically a live event. I think it was a Red Bull event or something.
Yeah, they were at a college, and they just had like a bunch of college kids, and then they had a few pros come in, and they had like a friend of theirs that wasn't pro.
Anyway, so the game itself was random. Like it was 2v2, but then random stuff could happen, and the audience got to vote on things that happened. It was a live event, though. This one's not going to be live, but it's inspired by that. So basically, here's how it's going to work. And Dave and Dan weren't told most of this beforehand, and then I explained it to them after they made their armies. They were both instructed to make a 1,000-point army with no flyers allowed. Other than that, no restrictions. They were also no flyers. Yeah. They were also told to then make a 300-point super unit, as much as you can with 300 points. Then it's completely separate, not part of the force organization chart. It's allowed to have an independent character, and it can have a dedicated transport, and it can be brought from allies as well. So that was restrictions there. Then we're going to be playing a game on this table. Yes, there's a lot of terrain. Yes, there are a lot of emplacements. The basic rules, the bastions will work just like bastions. This will work kind of like what it is, that you can occupy. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can fire that. That's upgraded to the Crack Storm missiles as well, so that's a large blast, strength 8, AP3. And there's the twin-linked Icarus last cannons. And then this is going to be treated as a large bastion, so you can occupy it, but the bastion, or the battlements, will be treated like ruins, so you're able to just kind of jump on them. Like you could anyways, but if there's enough guys to fit, you could actually attack it. And this is just going to be treated as ruins, except for these. So basically you just jump from point to point to point to point, and you can man these quad cannons as well. These will be just the Aegis defense lines, and then we have ruins. And then this river we won't count as anything. So lots of ruins, lots of line of sight blocking. So they were told to bring a 1,000-point army, and then what's going to happen is every round they're going to roll for reserves. And the way they roll for reserves is they roll a 2d6, and that tells them which of this they will get. Yes, that is a Baneblade. There's a piece of paper with a number in front of them. I'll quickly go over what they could get. If they roll a 2, they get a Baneblade. 3, 2 Necron Doomsize Death Rays. 4, a Tranifex, a Trigon Prime, and a Flying Hive Tyrant.
I know.
Yeah, 5 is a regular Land Raider with multi-melta assault cannon, twin-link glass cannons, with a squad of 10 regular Space Marines inside. Just regular. Number 6, this is a 300-point squad that Dan decided to bring in. He didn't realize it was going to be added to reserves for anybody to get. It's a Knob Biker squad, basically. Number 7, 5 Necron Warriors. Number 8, now this is Dave, so they're all proxied. It's a Stern Guard squad, right? Stern Guards, all with flamers.
Not Stern Guard.
What are they?
They're proxy.
Right, but they're supposed to be
Stern Guard, I'm kidding.
Yeah, okay. Stern Guard, all with flamers, inside a drop pod. Then we've got
Combi Flamers.
Combi Flamers. So Combi Flamers, and then they're just bolters as well, right? That's what Combi Flamers are. And then number 9, you get 2 Necron Doomsday Arcs. These are strength 9 AP1, I think. Large blasts. It's either strength 8 or strength 9. Usually doesn't matter.
Strength 9.
We'll say strength 9. Number 10 is 15 Gene Stealers upgraded to have Toxin Sacks, Adrenal Clans, Scything Talons, and yeah, that's enough. So basically they have re-rolling 1s, they've got poison attacks, and they have rending. Yeah, they're awesome. And they have Furious Charge. And number 11, these 4 weapon emplacements place anywhere. They will automatically be owned by the placing player, so they'll fire automatically if nobody mans them. And the opponent cannot man them, but they could destroy them. Toughness 7, couple wounds, or whatever it is for emplacements. And number 12, 3 Daka Jets. That's not a bomber. We're going to make them all just straightforward Daka Jets. And once they start disappearing, if they roll the same number, they simply go to the next nearest. If there's 2 that are the nearest, then we roll off again. Basically, a 1, 2, 3, you get the one, and 4, 5, 6, you get the other. So obviously, the harder ones are the stronger ones. What do you say? Also, At the beginning of each turn, there will be an event, except for turn 1. I will go into those details as they happen. This scenario is really simple. It's going to be Dawn of War deployment, and it's going to be Purge the Alien scenario. Same thing with First Blood, Warlord Kill. There's going to be Warlord traits. There's going to be Line Breaker, and then we'll talk about how else you can get victory points later on. Each player is also given 2 lifelines. They're each given a hex and an augment. You can only use 1 per game round, but you can basically declare it at the beginning of any player turn. So Dave could do a hex during Dan's turn, or an augment during Dan's turn, whatever he wants to do. Alright, you're distracting the audience. And basically the hexes and augments is a random table that you roll on. But if you're losing, if the other player has more victory points than you, then you get to add 1 or -1 to your die roll. If you roll a natural 1, though, you can't modify that one because it hurts you. Okay? So if we take a look at the armies, Dan brought his orcs. So we've got a war boss. We've got a squad of shooter boys. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
That's shooter boys?
Yeah.
Squad of regular boys.
Mm-hmm.
And a squad of regular boys. And I see a knob here and a knob there. Is there a knob in this one?
Where do they go?
It's supposed to be? Okay, it's supposed to be a knob there.
Yeah.
And then 2 squads of Ludas.
I did nothing, I swear.
And then 2 squads of 1 Death
Copter.
Death Copter, sorry. That is 1,000 points. On the other side, we have Dave's proxy army. We got Mephiston. These are just 10 assault marines, right?
Yep. 2 flammers and Parkus and Sergeant.
Okay, so that is just what it shows like. 2 flammers. Oh, those are meltas.
It's a true proxy army, okay?
Yeah. If everything's not proxy, then why bother? 2 flamers and a fire fist. These are devastators, all armed with missile launchers.
Because obviously those are missile launchers.
Yeah, those are missile launchers. Those are plasma cannons.
And he does not have a power axe.
So he's just another one of them?
Well, he's the sergeant, but he doesn't have a power axe.
So he's a sergeant, okay, but no power axe. Yeah. Just missile launchers, all around. And then Death Company.
With jump packs.
With jump packs, of course. This is like the reverse. I don't actually, it's just a full proxy army, except Mephiston. Mephiston is Mephiston. So that's his 1,000 points. And there's the board again. I don't think there's anything else to describe. Anything else?
No.
All right, shake hands.
Epic handshake.
Oh, and for those watching this, if you take it seriously, just turn off the video now. So we're rolling for the traits. Dave is rolling strategic. He gets a 6, and Dan is rolling personal. He gets a 2. So 6. So before infiltrators and scouts redeploy, you can redeploy 1 of your units with a 3d6 or 3 of your units within d6. That might actually be pretty good.
Ooh, I get Furious Charge.
Well, enemies within 12 inches of the Warlord must... No, sorry.
I'm gonna use this one.
Well, no, because there's reinforcements, remember?
Warlord in his unit.
Oh, and his unit.
Yeah, it's useless.
But you can still join. You're allowed to join other things that aren't part of the orcs if you get them. Anything that you get counts as part of your army.
Okay.
So that is an orc trigon. That's an orc Baneblade, or it's a Blood Angels trigon, a Blood Angels Baneblade. Just so you know. So it could still benefit something.
It would be fun to join a bunch of joint Dean Stealers and have Furious Charge.
They already have Furious Charge.
Really?
Yeah. Junicorns. Yeah, you rolled to use this one.
Yeah.
All right, now let's roll for sides. Okay, so go ahead. Dave rolls 5 and rolls a 2. Which side do you want, Dave? Look closely.
This side.
This side? All right, and Dan gets
Really?
that side.
What do you mean, really?
Thanks.
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay. So now you're going to roll to see who goes first. So roll again.
I get the Nurgle this time.
2 and 3. Dan, who do you want to go first? And there is stealing initiative.
Me.
Okay. All right, so we're all deployed. Dan deployed first. He's got his 2 Death Copters right here. He's got the Ludas inside of this bastion. Well, they're not inside. They're on the battlement, so they can man the cannon. And we've got a group of boys, war boss, group of boys. And then we got these guys manning the Crackstorm missile launcher, which is awesome. It's ordnance barrage, which means he can fire at things that he cannot see, like these guys. And then Dave, on the other hand, decided to combat squad his Devastators. And this is, you didn't combat squad these guys, right? No, it's one big squad.
Yeah.
So there's the Devastators, and I was wrong. Not everybody has missile launchers. Only there's 2 missile launchers in each group. And then he's got his Death Company with Mephiston all clumped up together.
Not with Mephiston. He's just there.
Oh, he's not part of them? Then he has to be more than 2 inches away.
Well, he's a little bit scared.
He actually has to be. That's part of the rules. Fine. We follow the rules.
We don't.
In this company. Sometimes. Unless we forget, or don't know, or decide not to. Okay, so now we roll for. Do you want to steal initiative? You want to try to steal
Yeah,
initiative?
yeah.
Okay, here you go. Unless you want a different die. Which one do you want?
Nurgle is good.
Okay, roll. Oh, so close. That means Dan gets first turn. Now Dan is rolling for his turn 1 reserves. What are you hoping for?
A good one.